Oh, I was muted. So, welcome everybody back to the Hoop Central podcast. I'm Coach Jay. Today's show is going to be the 1000 celebration show. Also, I'm going to have Coach Seti here, and we're going to be talking about who are our top 10 grads. So, I just dropped my 6 through 10. Seti dropped his 6 through 10, and I think my 6 through 10 looks better than his. And we're going to see, man, who's number one. I got my list ready. He has his list ready, and let's get into it. So share the stream. Tell everyone that we're live. We're over here right now. I see we got 10 people. Everyone's starting to come in. We just hit 1,000, so I definitely want to give a shout out to everyone that helped us reach 1,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 1,100. Definitely growing. So another thing I want to say, Instagram, um, we're over 2,000. When I deactivated it though, it didn't bring back everyone that I follow. So if I unfollowed you on Instagram, or if you think I did, just message me. I'm gonna follow you. That wasn't intentional. But here we are. It's Hoop Central podcast, man. I wanted to come back with a new intro and everything new. That's why I haven't really been doing it as frequently. But it's all good. You know, I got some dang, I don't got my sounds in here. Hold on. I got some new sounds, I think. But regardless, let's get into it. I'm gonna play the old intro. It's still a great intro. Invite your friends. Let them know we over here. Over a bitch, still got plans to get my mama out the hood when I get rich. We just some young niggas who stay on Paris for they gon' switch. I got that friends, they why I would never stop. I feel still got plans to get my mama out the hood when I get rich. We just some young niggas who stand on business, we ain't gon' switch. I put my life. All right. Shout out to the 18 people in the chat. While you're here, hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know you're here. Um, we waiting on Coach Robinson. He's on his way back from a game. I want to give a shout out to Coach Robinson because part of this was his idea. He's the first one. Well, he messaged me and said, drop your top 10 seniors and don't cater to the crybabies. So I said, you know what? I like that idea, man. It's something that I've been wanting to do. So I took his advice. I also want to give a shout out to Coach Bruce for the sweaters. So now I got Hoop Central gear. We'll be doing more of that. But all right. So 1K celebration. I want to give a shout out to the person that was the 1,000 subscriber. And I took a screenshot and I got his name. I don't know if he's watching. I don't know who he is. But we got our 1,000 subscriber, I think, on May 23rd. if I'm not mistaken. So I want to give a shout out to you. Once I get your name, I'm definitely going to put it up on the screen. I want to share this though, because we're gonna review studies 6 through 10. But first, I'm gonna bring up my 6 through 10, or you could call it a 10 through 6, and you guys tell me what you think about my list. So let me share my screen here. Present, share screen. You're gonna go to the YouTube. All right. All right. So my number 10 was starting off with Raj Pampati. And I know a lot of people don't even know who this kid is. If, maybe some of you do, because I made videos on Raj. But number 10 for me was Raj Pampati. And the reason why I think he makes this list, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. 1 second. Let's go with that. The reason why he makes this list for me is because despite that he played on a team that wasn't very strong, he was a standout performer. He could get to the basket. He could finish through contact. Um, at times, he was a pretty good shooter. At times, he wasn't. But he was the best player on his team. He played really well against Worcester Tech, and that's a game I probably will drop soon. Worcester Tech versus AMSA, Battle of the Eagles. Raj was a standout performer, man. I think he was underrated. I don't think a lot of people paid attention to him because of the school that he went to. I don't think a lot of people knew about him because of the school that he went to. But if you went and you watched him play against that competition, he was always, if not the best player, one of the best players on the court. So for me, he gets number 10. I'm confident about that, and I'm comfortable with it. All right, number 9. Number 9. Okay, here's another one. A lot of people probably don't know who this is. Who is this kid, right? Andrew Deppy goes to Hopedale. And a lot of people will be like, Jay, why are you putting someone from Hopedale in your top 10 seniors for Central Mass? Well, I looked it up, and Hopedale technically is in Worcester County. So I'm counting that as Central Mass. They're like right off in the corner, maybe a little bit outside of what you would consider Central Mass, but it's Worcester County. So with that being said, I had to put him in there. I watched him play, and man, this kid is good. He's like I wonder who I would compare him to. He has like a good 12 to like 15-foot game. Like, you could turn and shoot the jumper, rebounds. He has good size. He's probably about, I want to say, like 6'6", at least like 6'6". Very, very people don't know who he is. That's what I think. Around here, people don't know who he is in Central Mass. But Andrew Deppy of Hopedale, he's going to RPI next year to play basketball. He was my number 9. And, I like grabbing these guys that not a lot of people know and putting them in the spotlight, because I know we're so used to paying attention to the people that we already know, and we kind of stay in one spot. I'd like to say I'm the trailblazer of bringing attention and spotlight to other areas and not just focusing on one kid or one school. So that's what we do here. We try to include everybody that has talent. So shout out to Andrew Deppy. He made my number 9 in my top 10 of graduating seniors. Number 8. Nobody else is going to put this kid in their top 10. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else is going to put this kid in their top 10. And people actually should know who he is, because he plays on a school. Sorry, hold on. Let me fix that. But he plays for a school that played against North. So I know everyone got to see them play. He played against South, right? Neshoba played against South. And I think they crushed South, to be honest. So he plays on a school that kind of has some notoriety. But I know for a fact nobody is putting Nick Pavia in their top 10. I know for a fact. But why did I put Nick Pavia in my top 10? Okay, so first of all, the kid's like 6'4", 6'5", so You already got decent size at like your 3-4 spot. You got Jack Lagarde, the big man, holding down the middle. So then you got this kid about 6'4". You want to be nice, say he's 6'5". He's really 6'4", and he could shoot. He plays defense. He has a nice mid-range game. I posted a clip, and I probably will play it. Man, this kid posts up against Limiter in the mid post, takes about 2 dribbles, fake turn one way, comes back the other way, shoots it off the backboard. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing that. Nick Pavia is the only kid that I can remember that showed me signs of like a lost art, which is not only mid-range, but using the backboard for a jump shot. Underrated, not really recognized, but he's my number 8 in my top 10. And I feel very confident about that. And can't nobody tell me that he shouldn't be in the top 10. Because you could put him on any team and he's gonna be able to give you the same intangibles. Size, reliable mid-range shooting, rebounding, and a team player. Number 8, Nick Pavia. All right. Of Neshoba. All right, number 7. So Lagarde is like, he's number 7. I'm putting him above Nick Pavia, Depi, and Raj because the presence, the potential, size, and I'm going to be real. Once he gets his footwork down, right? Once he gets his footwork down, Jack is going to be a lot better. What Jack gives you is an inside presence, finishing ability, and rebounding. It's hard. How could you not put him in your top 10? I got to give him 7. And I could critique everyone's game, and that's not really what I'm here to do. Everyone has holes in their game and ways they could get better. But Jack, I see a lot of room for improvement for Jack. He's not even close to where he's gonna be in like 2 years if he really just focuses on like the fundamentals and whatnot. Right now, he's just like, presence, dunk the ball, block some shots. I just posted a clip on my YouTube Shorts of his game against Leominster. JJ goes to the basket, and Jack comes out of nowhere and just knocks the air out the basketball, with a crazy block. So that's what Jack gives you. He's about 6'6", I want to say. He probably is like 6'6", 6'7". He's going to Skidmore College next year. He had some pretty impressive highlights in games. Who's sending me this message? 1 second. So if you want to see Jack play, and actually a really good game, if you want to see Jack play, JJ Dada, Nick Pavia, and some other guys I mentioned, go on Hoop Central, our YouTube, and check out Leominster versus Neshoba double overtime game. You guys have to check that out. So Jack was my number 7. All right, number 6. Now I know Seti had said I was on sipping that yak for putting JJ number 6, and I'm wondering if he meant JJ should be higher. And I think that's what he meant. He's saying JJ Dada should be higher than a number 6. And I felt the same way about his list when he put Azir McLean like number 9, maybe. So I put JJ number 6 because I felt like his season was kind of like this. And that's not to say that he couldn't have been higher, but I was just going based off of his performance throughout the season. And a lot of my list is based off of performance. It's not who's better than who, or this kid is the best because he did this. No, it's based off of people's performance throughout the season. I think he performed in the top 10, but outside of the top 5. I wouldn't put him in the top 5 because I think JJ knows, and his coaching staff knows for Leominster, JJ didn't play the best he could have played. JJ is capable of even more than he showed this past season. And yeah, I just felt like it was kind of like this. He was good at times, and then other times he wasn't doing so well, and then he would do better. And as a team and being a leader, I think that 10-10. I think Lemonster was maybe around 500. You got to be able to have a bit of a stronger season than that. Even though they did go to like the Sweet 16, I believe, or something like that. Maybe even Elite Eight. I can't remember in the playoffs. So because they did that in the playoffs, and because he was a big part of that, that actually made him rise higher on my list. Because before I would have put him a little bit, maybe a spot lower or two, but because of the playoff performance, I felt it was fair to put him at number 6. Hey, I don't see nobody in the chat. There's 24 people, and I don't see no comments. So I need you guys to let me know who's in the comments. Get settled, whatever. Invite your friends. And while you're at it, you already know what I'm gonna ask you to do. We just hit 1,000 on YouTube. We're almost at 1,100. So everyone watching, share it and do me a favor. All right. So I know today is it's playoff day. Just to segue really quickly as we get ready for Cedric to come on in and probably Coach Bruce a little bit later. We got Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets. And I just want to segue really quickly and just mention that. Um I think that, and you guys can let me know what you think as well. I was expecting the Heat to lose game 2, well, lose the first 2 games, and then come back and win game 3. Now that they won game 2 and they're heading back to Miami, I'm still picking them to win game 3 because I felt like they were meant to win game 3 regardless. What's up, Seti? I'm just
What
talking
up?
about
What?
Yeah, I'm just talking about this Miami Heat game that's about to kick off in like 30, 40 minutes or so.
Heat in 7.
You saying the Heat in 7?
Yeah.
All right, you say Heat in 7. I don't really know. It's hard for me to say the Heat is gonna win it because Denver is better, but Miami's resilient and they're a tricky team to figure out.
Now, I think that the key is what they were kind of doing in game 2 is like make Jokic the scorer and then stop everyone else around him. So
Now, how do you feel about Jimmy Butler's performance though? Because he's been struggling a little bit.
I think that's the biggest. Yeah. A pizza in the fridge. You want me to toss it? That's you can have it if you like. All right. All right. My bad. I'm still at the school.
No, you good.
I think Jimmy B's performance has been a shell of himself. I think Jimmy will turn it around. Hopefully, it starts tonight. I think they'll split the Miami home court.
Wait, I thought you just said Heat in 7. Why are you saying Heat in 5 in the comments, Seti? I'm confused, man.
That's not mean. This you already know. You asked him. You asked him to start. Start talking.
Yeah, I already know, man.
Yeah.
But how'd y'all VB game go?
Yeah. So, to y'all that don't know, I coach Pittsburgh High boys volleyball. We went regular season. We went 15-2, and then we won a playoff game. We won 2 playoff games, one in the districts and one in the state championships, and then we just lost today, Westford. 2 games, 2 of the sets were pretty close, and then one set they just it kind of didn't steamroll us. We just weren't, you know what I mean? It's like basketball, turnovers kill, and basically that's what we did in volleyball terms.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
said he's heavily involved in the Fitchburg community as far as athletics at least and school stuff. So that's what's up, man.
There, I'm in the
Um
building, coaching, photography club, doing
mm.
it all.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Seti, are you an artist? Because I could see you, with the design, the photography and stuff like that. It seemed like you was like an artist in high school or when you were younger or something.
Nah, I was like one of those odd future kids. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
Not many people know about that, but yeah, I was one of those like odd future type kids. The weird
Oh, that's why all the
black kid.
posts
That's
get put upside down, huh? That's why all the posts get put
yeah,
upside down.
yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't want to say it's an intention thing, but it's like I I I I I stand out is because I'm just like I'm not worried about to be different. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about people's opinions about me. I stay different. You know
Well,
what I
you
mean?
know what? I want to know how you feel about people's opinions of your 6 through 10. So let me bring up this 6 through 10
Oh, people are
for
feeling
City.
spicy about that. And
All right.
it's you know what I mean. Like as a competitor, you're supposed to bet on yourself. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to put yourself above the competitors. And my first of all, my 10 isn't like my favorite 10 in Central Mass. It isn't like I think these players are better than this player in Central Mass. It's
Mm-hmm.
strictly just like I guess you know what I mean. Like maybe I would have felt different. I did this like 2 months ago, or if
Yes.
I waited over the summer. You know what I mean? Like maybe my list would be completely different. Um, we can go. We can. I don't know if you can pull it up. I'm not in a position to pull it up right now, but
Yeah, I got it. I'm already ready.
okay.
Yeah, and I
Me
said,
and my boy Eli.
yeah, but real quick, I said the same thing. Like my list was based off of performance, and to be fair, it's based off of who I saw. Like I didn't see everybody
Exactly.
enough to put them in my list. That would be disingenuous. So I just base it off of who I saw.
Who
And
you
I know I
saw, who you felt like performed and didn't perform. You know what I mean? Like I get it because it's exactly how I did it. You know what I mean? Like it's no knock to anybody. Like I think certain players on my list are better than certain players. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's like I don't know. It's where I placed
yeah.
it. It's where I felt.
All right, let me ask you about number 10. You put Ethan Minerick. I at
Yeah.
my 10, I had Raj Pampati. So tell me about your number
I
10.
don't know Raj. I don't know Raj. So that's like a perfect example where it's like you'll see something different. Like no knock the Raj game. I just don't know who you are, my brother. You know what I mean? Like me watching Ethan's like highlights and stuff like that made me a fan of him where it was enough to be like I think he's probably in that top 10. You know what I mean? Top 10. What I say like what do you average like 28 something like that or was
Yeah, when we checked in, I think we checked in like mid-season. I think he was either number 1 or number 2 leading in Central Mass
yeah. So
at
it's
the time.
so like maybe his placement had to do with what division he's in. You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like that was a right spot for him. Me division, you know what I mean? Who you played matters.
Mhm.
But I mean that.
All right, Seti, you're kind of losing your connection a little bit. I think it's cuz you're driving. But
I'm re.
okay. All right, I think Seti froze, but I'm gonna move on to Seti's number 9 pick. His number 10 was Ethan. So number 9 okay, number 9, Seti had Elijah Jeffries.
Yes, sir.
I see. Okay, Seti's back. Yeah,
I'm
number
back.
9, I see you had Eli Jeffries.
Yeah.
Was this no? Now I think you kind of did this because you didn't want to seem biased and you didn't want to put someone on your own team very high. Is that what you did?
So this is why Eli's at where he's at, right? I put him there because he was number 0 on everyone's list going into the season. I think the fact that he's made, I would assume everyone's top 10 list. You know what I mean? Uh, a proper jump. Whether I felt like it was persuaded because he was on my team or not, that's another story. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to seem biased, so that might have played a big factor in it too. You know what I mean? Like, but I think the fact that he's on at least I feel like he should be on everyone's top 10 list this for the 23 class.
Okay.
Because I think
Yeah.
when we talked about it in midway in the season, this is when KC was on the live. I said he's in the top. He's top 12. He's
Mm,
pushing top 10, and I said that from early on. I knew he was going to be inside top 10.
mm. Yeah. Yeah. My number 9, I had Andrew Deppy from Hopedale. I think Eli. I think honestly, I didn't see your full list, but I think he could be a little bit higher. Not saying he needs to be like one or two, but I think he could be. I think he should be just a tad bit higher than where you have him. But again,
Yeah,
you've seen him far more than I have, right? You're his
yeah,
coach,
I've
so
seen a
you
lot of.
even see all the things that he screws up when he airballs, when he misses a layup.
Yeah,
Like you have a different perspective, so I respect it. All right, let's go to your number 8, Seti, because I don't want to keep them waiting. I don't want them to be here for 3 hours.
no, yeah,
Now, this one, I wholeheartedly disagree with you, bro. I'm
no.
not gonna lie to you. You screwed this one up, man. You got to explain this to me.
So, in my opinion, I don't think I screwed up, right? So, I think it goes hand in hand with like because me and Nazir's relationship after the season, you know what I mean? It grew. So I did again. Maybe it was a bias, and looking back at it, like I still could probably put him up higher, but um, at, at the end of the day, I don't think many kids are far off from these numbers. You know what I mean? Like obviously, your list is gonna look a little different from my list because you see different hoopers. Like I don't know the kid from Hopedale or what's
Raj,
Sarji Raj.
Street Raj, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know those two kids. Like I just met Azir and me and his relationship kind of grew over this AAU season, and I seen him do dangerous things, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I've been advocating for him so much in this off season. I didn't want to seem biased again. You get what I'm saying? So that's probably why he's at where he's at, and Eli's at where he's at. If that
Playing it
makes sense.
safe.
Like
Okay, you playing it safe.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be like, oh, he's only doing it because of that. So it's like, all right, I can talk to Eli and explain to him why. I can talk to Azir and explain why. You know what I mean? Like they know from deep down in my heart, like if we were to draft a team with my top 10, I'm
Mm-hmm.
picking up Eli first. Do I think he's the best? No, I just know what he's gonna do for me. You get what I'm saying? And
Mm,
if I had a snake pick in back to back picks, Azir probably gonna be my second pick. You know what I
mm.
mean? So it's like it's not that I think they're less than these other guys. It's just I'm a I'm a place them in my top 10, but I'm not trying to sit there and you know what I mean, like seem like a biased coach because I'm gonna give everyone a shot. So like even if people still feel like that's biased, I'm a I'll take those two out and then I'll put two new players in there.
But
You
but
know,
but why did you tell me to do an unapologetic top 10, but you over here apologizing? I'm not
And
understanding what the hell
I'm
going on.
I'm not apologizing. I put them where they at. If you feel different, you know what I mean, that's you. Y'all know where, you know what I mean, my love for y'all is. It's just it is what it is. Y'all at where y'all at. Like Eli, you're my guy. You 9. Azir, you my guy. You're 8 in this list. Again, it might be different if in 3 weeks from now. You know what I mean. It
Hmm.
might be. It might have been different if we did this right after the season. You know what I mean. Like they're easily two guys, especially Eli. It's like I think he had one of the most like. But okay, so looking at the North games, you can hear me.
Yeah, I just put you in the spotlight, bro. My
Uh,
fault. Go ahead.
my bad. So looking at the North game, Azir killed it versus North. Uh, Alex Johnson killed it versus North. Eli killed it versus North. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like those,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not. I
Let
guess
us
we're all
remind everyone this is for seniors only. This isn't other classes. I just want us to be
now.
clear.
Yeah. So it's like I know what they can do. You know what I mean? It's like again, I'm not apologizing, but it's at the end of the day, y'all know where y'all rock. We've
You
had
trying
those.
not to hurt feelings, man. My number 8, I was unapologetic and I was confident about it. My number 8 was Nick Pavia. And the reason why I said no one else is gonna put Nick in that top 10, but Nick Pavia is the only player I seen from mid post take 2 dribbles, shimmy to the right, fade back to the left, and shoot it off the backboard. He's the only player I've seen do that all season. He has good size, 6'4", probably about the same height as Azir, same build as Azir, maybe not as strong, but like same size and could shoot the ball and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that was my number 8. Let's go to your number 7, Braden White. Who is
Bucket.
Braden White and why is he on your list?
Braden White is a bucket. Watch film and then seeing him play live. Uh, it proved a lot to me. I think he wouldn't be this high on my list if I did this 3 months ago. But I think they see he was 30 points if I'm correct. I believe he was 30 points per game, and anytime you do that, you can score at all three levels. Doesn't matter if they play a box in one. It doesn't matter if they play a triangle in two, or if they sitting there sending a triple three. That boy is scoring at will, and then which is impressive to me, no matter what level he's at. But I think he's sitting at my 7 because of the competition he is playing. So like, I would like to see him with like Doherty, like last year's Doherty
Mm,
team. See what he would have did against them. You know what I mean? See what they would have did against us because we pressured the ball. Seeing what
mhm,
they would North because they're defensive demons. Seeing them versus even a team like uh, South where you have somebody equally as talented as scoring the ball as Braden. So that's
mm.
where he at my 7.
A quick question: how do you think he would have did? Say instead of Victor, I'm just creating a scenario. Actually, I don't want to say that. How do you think he would have did against a team like North? Because
Um,
I only use Victor because that's your point guard. So I was trying to swap in another point
I
guard. But
think that film that Victor put out on versus North, he was dealing with a stomach bug, which again, I'm not gonna put an excuse. He suited up, he played. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I think a healthy Victor would have performed I think a lot better. Just because he couldn't even breathe through his nose. But I think Braden would have still been able to score the ball, but I think he would have been burnt out middle of third, just from being harassed the whole time.
all right. I think my number 7 was Jack Lagarde. And that's someone who I think he could slide either way from like
I
7 through 10, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. That's why if you slide over, he's my next
All right, here we go. Yeah,
my
let's
next
talk about Jack. He's my 7, he's your 6.
he's I think he's like you said, like he's interchangeable between any of those spots. To keep it a buck, you know what I mean? When I was first making this, that's where Azir was at first, and then I was debating if Azir's. I think talent wise, Azir's in that top 5. You get what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
we could throw playoff runs. We can throw all that extracurricular activity. But I think Jack I think that's a good spot. I think 7's a good spot. Even 8's a good spot for Jack. You know what I mean? He's a big
Right.
that you want strength. You know what I mean? The ability to change shots in the paint. You don't really see him too much in foul trouble, and if he is, the coaching staff does a good job of protecting him. So it's a big working team over at Neshoba. So I think that's a good spot for him anywhere in that 10 to 6 range.
Okay. Oh, I just want to say this real quick because since we hit 1,000, now y'all could send super chats, which is pretty cool. So if y'all feeling, uh, like throwing some dollars in the air, throw your boy $1. But no, that's cool. We hit 1,000, so now like it just gives you a little bit more flexibility, what you could do with the channel. Definitely appreciate the support. Seti helped grow the channel. Everyone that's been on helped grow the channel. I told him this was your idea. This top 10. You're the one that was like that
Oh,
pushed it at this moment.
I
At
felt
this
like
moment.
yeah, I felt like it was necessary. You know what I mean? Like we haven't been seen for a while. People like what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought this was a good little intro back.
Oh yeah. It's good timing. See, when I did my graphics, I was so mad at myself because I'm like, I should have put graduation tassels on all of these players and their
Yeah,
graphics.
yeah.
That would have been cool. But It didn't come to my mind. But my number 6 was actually JJ Dada. And let me see if I could go over to my page real quick. I put JJ number 6 on mine. So if we go through mine really quick, we got Raj at 10, Andrew at 9. Let me see if my screen's sharing. Yes, it is. 8, Nick Pavia. 7, Jack Lagarde.
Tuna Shobas.
2, Nishovas, right? And then 6, I had JJ Dada. Now, why do you think on my list, JJ, what did you think about that?
Pure hatred for the real Central Mass of America.
Dang. So you
I'm
think JJ should be higher, huh?
um I'm not gonna say where I have him placed, but I think he is higher. I think he's proved um uh time in and time out for the last 3 years, to be honest, why he is a top player in Central Mass. Whether
Mm,
whether they get the Leominster, Fitchburg, I mean
yeah.
these get the props, you know what I mean, that they deserve or not. I think he's proved it. One, you know what I mean, hitting 1,000 is always a big accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Leading his teams to playoffs. If I'm not mistaken correctly, since his freshman year, whether he was the forefront of not or not his freshman sophomore year, but especially the last 2 seasons, he's a dangerous player in my opinion. But I don't want to say too much because I know he's coming up on my list pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, I had him number 6, and I said this before, but I'll say it briefly. I just feel like his performance, and I based mine off of performance. His was kind of up and down. And to be honest, if it wasn't for their postseason push, he may have been back a spot or two on my list. Just because it's not about his ability for me, it was about his output. And I
Yeah.
don't think he had the season that he was capable of having. I think that despite the good parts of his season, scoring 1,000, I think they made it to Sweet 16. Did they make it Sweet 16
I
or
believe so.
32? Yeah,
It's 16 or I don't know if it was 8 or not, but definitely 16.
but they did better than people thought because they were only hovering around 500.
Yeah, they were a 500 team this
So
year.
I just don't think that he didn't have the best season he could have. And I just took that into consideration to say that.
Whether people are gonna be upset with the next comment I say or not, from the outside looking in, it kind of seemed like whether they did it or not, just from the outside looking in, it kind of seemed like they were just force feeding JJ to hit his get his 1,000. You know what I mean? Which
Mm,
which with a player like that, he already has the green light. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's why it was kind of like the second time we played them. We were so focused on limiting JJ's touches, where we were sending doubles and even at times triples, depending where he was on the court, just
Mm,
because just the pride thing at Fitchburg. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't want him to hit his 1,000 on us. So it's
mhm.
like he was probably like 40 points away when he played us. So we were trying to not let him uh, ball too much, just because it was a pride thing. But again, like whether Lemonster agrees or disagrees, that's what on the outside looked like. They're just trying to get his 1,000 with ease. You get what I'm saying? Make sure he hit it before playoffs and didn't want it to come short because of playoffs and shortcomings and stuff like that. Which there's a lot of good players that don't end up hitting it because they're not force fed like how JJ was force fed during the season. So
I want to say something real quick, but Brian Richards said Cedric has the number one volleyball player in Central Mass. Who's Brian talking about?
Sayin Vu,
Okay.
my man's 5'8", grabbing rim with the off vert. Um, he's just a demon. If you guys go to my volleyball page, I believe there's some clips. If
What's your
not,
volleyball page? Give a shout out real quick.
uh, FHSMVB. M is Michael, Victor, uh, and
B.
Bison.
Okay.
MVB. FHS MVB. That's the boys volleyball page. If there's not any clips of saying up, I'll definitely post them in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I wanted to say something really quickly because you know how you wanted to say something about basketball, but you kind of hesitated to say something about basketball. And it almost seems like sometimes when you have a different opinion, that means that now that means you want to fight. Because I don't agree with what you said, now we
No,
got to fight. Now we got
no.
to have beef. You said something about Lemonster. You better not talk about my school, even though you're talking about basketball. Now, Seti, you're on the hit list. So I want
Who
to talk
said?
about that. No, no, no. I'm just saying in general, like
Oh, okay.
it's a basketball conversation,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you have to tiptoe around people's feelings about a sport. And it's just analytics. You're just analyzing the game.
Especially towards the end of the season, right? Like they did what they did. We did what we did. I went to Leominster High School. You know what I mean? I always have love for Leominster High School. Coach Dubs literally made me love the game of basketball again. So it's like I if anything, I thank Leominster. So it's like never a shot. Me and JJ are cool as heck, and whether he agreed or disagreed, I would still just say from the outside looking in, that's what it did look like. I think they were in winnable games.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe they could have went somewhere else, and they didn't because again, with a player like JJ, you kind of like live and die with him. You know what I mean? Like he has the green light for a reason. Another local legend where you kind of seen that a lot was like the uh, uh, what's his name from St. B's, John Hinault. You know what I mean? And his brother, they two. I think they both scored over 1,200 points in their seasons. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of get the green light like that, and you you create your own opportunities of how the season kind of plays out through that one player. So it's like they're lucky to have a player like that. You know what I mean?
For sure. I want to I'm going to end up releasing my 1 through 5 in a little bit, maybe in like 5-10 minutes. But I want to know what you're going to say, Seti. Go ahead.
You're gonna do it like via Instagram or you
Yeah,
want?
I'll do it on Instagram. I'll do it on Instagram while we're on live, and then people could come back and let me know what they think. But we're gonna talk about yours. But first, since I'm already on my page,
Yeah,
what did
no,
you think about my breakout season early prediction? So this isn't a specific class; it's just players I've seen that I really like, and I think that candle or that potential in them hasn't fully set ablaze yet, and I think
yeah,
it's still waiting to be lit. They're good. People know they're good. Like
yeah,
everyone knows Omar. Everyone knows Tishan, right? Tishan is state champ. Omar
yeah.
is Omar. But they haven't they haven't showed you what they're capable of doing yet. You're just now starting to see it. So what do you think of this list?
I honestly, I like the list. I like I like all five players. To be honest, like that could be a dangerous, like a school pick up these five and that they have a dangerous team. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Maybe they're a little smaller because you're lacking the next like
You think so? I think at
it's
with
dangerous.
Trevor, you got someone who's like 6'3", 6'4", who might be 6'5" next year. T-Shawn is like 6'6", who might grow another inch next year. I mean, Jaden is a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Davis is smaller for sure, and then Omar's not that tall either. So yeah, I can see what you mean.
So like now you're like a fast paced team. Uh,
Yes, for
Omar,
sure.
I know for a fact Omar and Steele both play that way. You get what I'm saying? It's about like how they mesh, but I think that would be a dope five. Like that looks like a starting lineup. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I think um all right, I'm not gonna give no inside drops about Omar, but just because I, I don't want to jinx it or
yeah,
like,
it's all good. Don't even
yeah.
say nothing.
But definitely uh the Dashova kid. I think he'll be able to. I think next year is his time to step up, and especially Jaden JJ. I think
Hmm.
losing Dada and some of the seniors. I think
Hmm.
a lot of their role players are got to step up big, and that's kind of why like I threw on two extra players because you threw
Mm.
your five.
Okay. Yeah. So Jaden Johnson and Davis Lund, they're both class 2025. I think even Trevor Payne is 2025, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were all sophomores last year. They're gonna be rising juniors. Davis is like a ball handler, like got like a swag to him, the way he plays
Yeah,
at Clinton. And I don't think a lot of people know who he is. Some people do, but I just like the way he plays as far as his confidence, his swag. Trevor, I just think is he's gonna be one of the best players in Central Mass in 2 years. Like I already see it. He's a point guard, but he's like 6'4", 6'3". He's already
yeah,
dunking the ball on fast break. He's a leader. He's I don't know. He's been coached well. He plays with energy. I really like Trevor for Neshoba. And then Jaden didn't really play early in the season. He didn't really play as much as I think he should have. The game where Lemonster played Neshoba, he was the spark off the bench that took that game into overtime. Like he was hitting threes and man, that game he really stood out, and I was like, "Yo, this kid is gonna be special." Like he really
yeah.
just he was shining that game.
I,
But
I didn't. I
go
don't
ahead,
remember.
say.
I've been in film even with volleyball, so I don't really remember all the games like that, like the Nashoba versus Leominster game. That
Double
was a
overtime game where Jack dunked the ball.
yeah,
Hmm.
and plays like that. You know what I mean? Like is why he's in my top 10, Jack. But
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to your because I know you had a list too. So let me get this.
yeah, I just posted it today. That's why if you didn't see it, go see it. Go leave your thoughts about it.
Yeah.
There's I didn't write write ups just because I was on the bus about the last three kids. Um, but that's why we're here to talk about, right?
All
Um,
right. So you have what's the title of your list?
it predicts.
All right, and this says most likely to dominate.
Yeah, so I think he will lead the MIA in scoring. I think he's going to be up by that 30, 32 points per game.
Mm.
Uh, Cassidy leaves. I think this opens up more shot opportunities. I don't really see anyone else behind him that's going to take up. I think he's going to get the green light. You know what I mean? He almost has 1,000 points in 2 years. Like he's he's him in Worcester right now. You get what I'm saying? He's doing it. I want to say by himself because he does have counterparts and teammates that do put him in the right position to score. But he's their scorer. He's their you know what I mean. He's who they base their offense off of. And I think he'll be. I think he'll be in that 28 to 32 points per game range.
All right. Next on your most likely to dominate class of 2024,
Joseph Okla,
Joe Okla. Why'd you put him on there?
because he deserves it. He'll earn it. And the biggest thing is so what I said was I think he'll be Gatorade Player of the Year, and that
Wow.
they'll go back to back. And the reason why I'm predicting that is because I think he likes what basketball did to him in the last year, and
Hmm.
I think he's gonna get a taste for blood. I think he hears the chatter, not from us, or maybe from us or from other people, where oh he's not the strongest of ball handler, he's not really a consistent shooter.
Good.
If
He
he
needs to hear
if he
it.
does if he doesn't hear it, he's hearing it from me right now, and hopefully I can that
Here's the
driving
thing.
force.
Here's the thing. You could say the same thing about T-Sean. And I'm just hoping that someone works with them on their ball handling and their shooting. Because at
Yeah,
their size and athleticism and rebounding and defense, if you could just boost up the offensive skills, now you have Division 1 players, bro.
yeah, especially seeing
Easy.
like because again, they still have talent. You get what I'm saying? Like they still have talent. He's still gonna be him, but I think he's so invested of making his teammates better, where
Hmm.
Joe's gonna up and rise, and that's not gonna necessarily say that Joe's a better basketball than talent, but I think Joe's gonna average 16 to 18 points next year as a senior, having double games, and obviously we already know what he does on the defensive side, and
But
that's
you
why.
you said Gatorade Player of the Year. You know that includes prep school, right? For the state, like that award considers both public and prep.
Yep.
So you're saying he's going to be the just
And the
flat out the best player in
best
Massachusetts.
player in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Joe's ceiling is high. Joe has a high ceiling
If
if he puts in the work. This summer, not in the fall. This summer, he puts in the work. He's going to be the Gatorade Player of the
hmm. All right, next.
Year. My
Come
boy
on,
Victor.
talk about it, man. Because I'm be real.
Victor.
I wasn't sure about what was going on. So you have to explain.
So Victor is the I think him and Talon share like the same talent as in affecting the game without scoring the basketball.
Okay.
Talon and Victor both can play the game of basketball with without scoring the basketball.
But you use the word dominate, most likely to dominate. So explain Victor and dominating to me. I'm
The
not seeing
re-
the correlation.
the reason why he'll dominate, especially next year, is because there's a whole bunch of shots opportunity. This past spring, he's averaged 23 points per game for me, alongside Azir averaging around 24 points per game for me. So the fact that he can tandem and still get his assist off to a person like Azir,
Mm-hmm.
just a kid named Justin Swartz, uh, uh, Wilbur Casanova, another role player off of Fitchburg, and get spreading the ball, and like the fact that he can let a player like Azir go get his 20 points, and then they're clogging the paint, and Victor's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna hit my next 4 3-point shots. I don't know if anyone's seen. I don't know if you've seen the live from the playoff game we lost versus Nasset. That was Victor's second half. Victor had, I think, 4 points in the first half and
Mm-hmm.
dropped I think 17, 17 or 18 points in the third, fourth quarter. 2 3-point shots in the last 2 minutes of the game to tie the game, to bring it within three, then to tie the
Mm-hmm.
game up. I think Victor will average around this year 17, 18, 19 points per game, along with his 8 assists
I
per
ain't
game.
gonna lie, man. I'm listening to you. I'm not buying it. Victor, prove me wrong, man. I don't see this domination spirit in Victor, bro.
Oh
You use
man,
the word dominate. Dominate
Dom,
reminds me of a dog, a bully, a beast, a pit bull. I'm
hey,
not really connecting that to Victor. To me, Victor is a playmaker. He sets up his teammates. He's a leader, but he's not really someone that even attempts to dominate a game.
hey, we shall see.
Okay, so I don't know if he's going through some metamorphosis, if something crazy done went down in his life, and now dude is just hungry and just some animal out on the loose now. I don't know what happened, but I just really wouldn't correlate the word dominate with
I
Victor.
don't want to use private conversations to boost a player up, but there's players that are on this top 10 list that hold Victor to a high to like, all right, there's some respect. Like
Mm,
that's he's he's like that.
okay, all right, that's what's up. Is there another one here? Oh, there's another one. Okay,
Yeah.
see, if I'm talking basketball, I'm gonna let you introduce it. Go ahead, you got
My man, he's next in line in the
Victor says we will see. I wonder if
it's
that's the real Victor. If
the
it
real
is the
Victor.
real Victor, yeah, show me something. Come on,
Uh
man.
Terrence McCormick, I think uh he's next in line in the again, I'm predicting because there's so many open opportunities to score now. And I think their secret weapon that they could have used more of last year to win more games was Terrence. He he won the 3-point competition for a reason. You know what I mean? He's a shooter like that for real, for real. And then he's underestimated as a ball handler. He can get to the basket. He's knocking down free throws. I think he can come up and be big for Leominster. I think he's their next guy. He's their next poster child.
The
No,
next poster child,
at
he's one of
like
them. I'll say he's one of them. I won't say he's not. I'm just gonna
he'll.
say he's one of them
I think
because there's also another one named Jaden Johnson.
that's fine. I like Jaden. I like Jaden. I have nothing against Jaden, but I think it's Terrence's team.
I'm tell you right now, man. The future of Leominster basketball is Jaden Johnson. I say that confidently. There's no doubt in my mind. It's not even a debate. And
That's why we're doing this. You know what I mean? Like,
here's because I got to be honest from a basketball standpoint. I hear all the talk about Terrence McCormick as a basketball player, but I just haven't seen it yet. I can only go by what I've seen with my two eyes. My top 10 list is only by my two eyes. My
yeah,
ears, I'm not going by what people say to me. I'm going by what I've seen. I've watched a handful of his games, and I've just yet to see that performance that makes me say, this kid is about to take over next year. I haven't seen that game yet. And if there is a game that I could watch that shows that, send it to me. But I
yeah,
watched them play against Neshova. I think I watched one of y'all lives when y'all was at Leominster and y'all played. I watched the playoff game that they played against some Springfield school. I think I've seen a fair amount, at least a handful. I'm not gonna say more than that, but I just haven't seen. My biggest criticism of him is efficiency with his shooting. I haven't really seen an efficient shooting performance. I know he likes to shoot it, but I
yeah.
haven't really seen him be efficient.
I feel you. Not again. I'm not. Again, people can talk basketball without hating each other. You know what I mean? Like the fact that
Oh
you
no,
don't,
no, no. That means we gotta fight. I disagree with you, so we gotta meet up and fight.
we
Said he knows.
we don't have to do that. You get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make. That's why your list is different. That's why my list is gonna be different. That's why Brucey's uh, list is different. You know what I mean? It's like we have different opinions. We have different taste of basketball play style.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like
100%.
I just think Terrence is that's Terrence and team. And then when you press this next button, you're not gonna like it because it's an eye test thing, and these
I
guys
I don't even know who they are. So
good, good. I hope no one they play knows who they are, bro. Ben and Mike Cannon, bro. These kids are special hoopers, dog. Like the fact that they go to so cool school so close to me, and they live. Ben doesn't live in Fitchburg, but Mike does. Like, it would be so cool to have him alongside Victor and uh, uh, Omar. That would be a good little three man guard situation. Ben, I think you'll like Ben more than Mike. The reason why I think you'd like Ben more than Mike is because he doesn't. He's not the same build. He's not the same. Uh, it's not the same look as him, but I call him during AAU season when they played together. He's the white Eli. He's the white Eli Jeffries. I'm telling you right now, mid range game, deadly like Eli.
wait,
Hustle,
who? Ben? You saying Ben is the white Eli Jeffries?
and is the white Eli Jeffries.
That's funny.
That and Eli started laughing at because he's seen similarities.
So where
I'm
does Ben go to school?
This is Monty Tech,
Monty Tech. And where does the other kid go to school? Mike.
Monty Tech as well.
And what year are they? Juniors?
They're juniors right now. Will be seniors next year.
Okay, bet. So Monty Tech. Where's Monty Tech at? Fitchburg?
It's in Fitchburg. It's like right by Game On.
I gotta go watch them play next.
Yeah, but I told you. I think it was like our senior night. I'm like, yo, there's two
Yeah.
kids. These are the two kids right here, and the reason why is because Mike, uh, Mike controls the game of basketball. He's like the lifeline. He's the defender. He's he's he'll run through a brick wall for you. Ben, his efficiency in scoring, he could put the ball in the hoop off one leg, fade away, uh, hit that two dribble fade baseline off glass type of player. He's exactly like Eli, but white and 3 inches shorter.
That's funny. All right, so I don't want to keep everyone waiting. Let me do a quick update because I know y'all. I mean, I don't know if people are really interested in the
Let me look.
playoffs, but the Heat are up early, 7-2, and I'm taking the Heat for Game 3. But Seti, what do you think? Should we post our 1 through 5 right now?
Yeah, I could. I mean, I might lag a little bit. You heard? I might lag a little bit, but
Oh,
uh,
okay. All right. You want to do yours first? We
yeah. Let
could
me
do it at
put.
the same time. All right, I got mine ready. So everyone who's watching, it's 1 through 5 time. All right, 1 through 5 time. All right. So Seti's about to drop his. I'm about to drop mine and bring it up on the screen. I'm gonna post it on Instagram right now. I know the playoffs are going on, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care about if the Heat or if the Heat or if the Nuggets win. I don't care either way. I really don't. Again, shout out to Coach Bruce. And you can't really see it. Bruce, you should have did a darker green on this gray. That's where design comes into play. It says Coach J. And right here it says HoopCentral508. Shout out to Coach Bruce Marchand for the sweaters, the Nike sweaters. So all right, let me post my 5. And I love the way these graphics came out. So shout out to Seti for putting me on to
I got it.
the design plug and the premium version. All right. You posted yours, Seti?
Yeah. It should be up there.
All right, here we go. Mine is coming up. I got number 3, number 2. Woo! Watch when you see my number 1, how it pop up though. I know you already got an idea. I know you already know, but
Cool. Me.
the way I did it though. Just watch this. All right, what should I title this? All right, let me tag
I don't know. I couldn't title it because it just would have. I think it would have kicked me out the stream.
oh, okay, hold on. Now, if you want to jump out and come back in, it's all good.
Nah, it's good. We here. Yeah, I mean, it should be up live right now.
All right, I'm just tagging. I'm just tagging the tags. Dang, does this kid have an Instagram? Okay, I think I found them because these kids be making different profiles and spams, and
Yo, as basketball players, y'all need more photos so we can get some different looks and stuff like that. Let me.
I think they need like it's helpful when they put their class year in their school in their bio.
Yeah.
That helps me in their school. That helps me know who they are. What is this kid's Instagram? Okay, hold on, I found it. All right, that's number 3. Number 2. Yo, okay, I see we had a couple players there. We have Victor, we have Ryan, we have Fake Seti.
Fake
But
set.
there's been around 20 some people watching. Yo, put something in the comments so we know y'all are here. Unless y'all just listening, y'all not really on it like that. But if y'all are watching and you think you are going to be included in this, you will get the notification. You will get the notification. And all right.
Let me see what this is looking like.
Hold on, let me just bring yours up on the screen since
All right.
so Robinson Basketball Academy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You guys ready for the reveal?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think I even know you're a SETI, to be honest.
Uh,
I don't.
nah, I don't think you do.
And I know Bruce sent me his, but I looked at like number 10, but I didn't want to know it unless he came up on the stream. Oh, okay, hold on. I see you. So this is why it's so cool because all right, let me share it. Here's SETI's top 5 list. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. And if you want to talk about is my screen sharing? If you want to talk about your number 5, SETI, hold on one second. Here we go, number 5.
So yeah, my man Anthony Zing, right? He Ryan Bush. Thanks for the acknowledgement, Ryan. He knows that I know basketball. I think Anthony's one of those players that could have uh, floated in between 7 and 5. Um, because of the success that he didn't so much want his senior year at Wachusett. But I think if I just looked at the body of work, what how he played during the season, it didn't look too strong versus North, but not many players did. Um, I think 5 is a good spot for him. So would have 6 or 7. So it's like all interchangeable in my opinion.
All right. And number 4.
4,
Wow, I like that number. Okay, go ahead.
4, Ryan. You know what I mean? What he's the most annoying player to coach against. I think him and obviously his brother. I'm gonna say his brother's name, Brandon. So he's at 4 just because it's so tough when you get, in my opinion, on my list between that 1, 2, 3 spot, where I really just didn't have him in that top 3 just because of his brother. I think his brother what was that leading force, but Ryan did it with class, quiet, sneakily, dropped 28 in your face and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
That's what my favorite part about his game. I think that's why he's in that 4 position.
Well, I gave a little hint. I think we might share something in common, but okay, you got JJ number 3. Go ahead, coach.
Yeah, JJ is just especially in the Lemonster setting, he's just too dominant to not put in um up in my top 3. It's more of a it was more of a, I guess, like coach's decision why I put him at 3. It was because just the game planning for him is it makes you think a lot. You know what I mean? Like how to play him, what defense is going to work against him, what was the most successful defense, what not to run versus JJ Dada. Um,
Mhm.
Again, the fact that we held him to 16 at our home to not let him hit 1,000 on in our crib was a big like a big task of mine when I found out how close he was versus us in that upcoming week. So again, I think he deserves 3. If people want to put him at 4, maybe even 5, but definitely not 6, 7, 8, or 9 or 10. I think he's in that top 5 discussion. Definitely.
So is that based off of his performance this year or just his
Uh,
reputation throughout the years?
Throughout the years, the fact that I don't want to say he's done it by himself, but he's been the focal point of their offense. Um, they play, they have plays specifically geared towards getting JJ the ball and making you work as a coach. A player like that, mid range to the basket, plays amazing defense when he's being attacked. So like I think his arm length is underestimated. He gets a lot of blocks, a lot
Who,
of tips.
JJ?
Yeah, he gets a lot of tips on balls that people don't really expect him to do. I think Worcester State picked up a good player that's going to fit their system.
Yeah, he's also very strong. He gets to the basket and
Yeah.
finishes pretty well. All right. I don't even know who you're. Okay, I think I know. Whoa! Wait, time out. Talk
Yes,
about this.
Ryan Brooks, my guy. He's seen the list already. He said it's valid. Yeah, I mean, it's valid to him. It's valid to me. Ryan, I never got to coach against you, but watching you play, it's just watching you play, knowing that you're in D2. I was game planning how to stop you when I first started watching your games. So much respect towards your game. You're not a big man. You're a wing player that got some post. Yeah, you got a post bag. You know what I mean. And your touch around the rim, fading, left shoulder, right shoulder, hook, up and unders. This kid's talented, man. And
Hold
then
on. I gotta go ahead. Sorry.
my bad. If I'm pretty much done on Ryan's game just because I haven't coached against him, but I think by the the list, I think everyone can pretty much tell who's my one. Uh, my man Brandon.
That's tough. That's
He's
so tough. That's
he
so tough. And I didn't even know this. So I don't want people to think I knew this because I didn't know.
he's just a different type of player. If that man was
Go ahead, say it. Say
if
it.
that if that man was, I'm gonna say a couple things first, but I'm gonna make a joke. If that man was two shades darker, that man would be a black man able to say the N word and all. Like he got so much sauce to his game, where it's like unbelievable to me. It's like his first. People say, "Oh, he got a first step. He has a fast first step." Nah, Brandon has a fast first two steps. Them
Yes.
that boy is attacking you. Good luck. When he's downhill, that boy is downhill to the basket. The ability again, you see it a lot with his frustration, his body language. I hope he gets that worked out. But
Yes.
the fact that he hits his teammates with these beautiful dimes and they cannot catch the ball, I understand
Yes.
frustrations, but you can't show it, Brandon. You know what I mean? That's my biggest critique, I guess I would have for you. Is hide your emotions when you're diming people's face off, because his passing bag along with his scoring bag is unmatched. The fact that he can do both is amazing. And where's he at? Franklin Pierce, I think, or Anna Maria. Anna
Anna
Maria.
Maria.
Uh, I think
Wow, Seti, you surprised me on that one, man. I did not see that one coming.
they got a steal. So
I did not see that one coming, bro.
yeah, he's my number one. Just the eye test, the look test.
Wow.
He was
You
three.
know what? That's
If he was three,
crazy, Seti.
he might be D1 if he was 3 or 4 inches taller, because he's like he's probably like 5'8", 5'9". If he was like 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" in that area, that kid probably be D1.
So you pretty much said everything I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You pretty much said everything I was gonna say. And I want to address Ryan Brooks in the chat in a second. But you 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 know what? Let me just bring it up, said. I'm gonna bring it up because I just shared mine. So
Yeah.
if you're watching and you're one of those players, you're getting a notification and you're gonna get ding ding bzz, all the I mean. So I just shared mine. And I'm gonna bring mine up on the screen. And I swear we did not plan this, right? But we had a couple that were the same in that top five, meaning like the same order.
Yeah.
So let me bring that up. And I think I'm gonna share Bruce's too, because I think Bruce, like Ryan, you might want to see Bruce's. But no, he really might, because
Yeah.
I don't know whose Bruce's number one was, but I think it might be Ryan just based off of speaking to Bruce. But I'm gonna share his because I haven't really looked at it. But here was mine, and I just posted it 1 minute ago. Can you see my screen?
Nah, not yet.
All right, I got you. 30 people in the chat. 30 people. Hit the like button right now. If this stream ends and there's not at least 15 likes, I'm not going live for another 3 months. But all right, here we go. Bang, number 5. Elijah Jeffries is my number 5. He is top 5. Now,
Eli.
when I first saw him play like a full game, I think it was this season because I watched him play last season too. It was against that Doherty game. And when we went live on the stream, I said, yo, I think he's like top 12. I was saying that at that time. But throughout this season, I just think he had a number of really strong performances where he elevated his game to a higher level than he started, and definitely higher than last year. So maybe an example would be the game at Wachusett. Another game would be definitely the North game. He was a leading scorer that game. I just think he had strong performances where I can't keep him out of the top 5, man. He played against the best team in the state and was the leading scorer, had maybe the toughest experience to go through. He's very resilient.
Yeah.
Now, that just shows that he's working on his mental to me. As he continues to mature, he's going to get better and better. He's going to continue to work on his mentality. Of
I
course,
think
his mid range jumper is decent. His outside jumper is needs to improve. What you think it's elite?
I think between him, let's go Ryan. Um,
Ryan's the best shooter in Central Mass.
Ryan, Ryan, Eli, and
Ryan Hilecki.
I get yes, and then just by eye test, I like Talon's mid range game. I think those
Yes.
three in this area.
Mm. Okay. Well, I said decent only because Eli doesn't shoot a lot of jumpers to me. Like he's not volume heavy with jump shot, jump shot, jump shot. He shoots it at a decent rate. That's why I said it's decent. No knock on his jumper though. But yeah, Eli's my number 5, man. Great kid, had great performances. He's gonna be one of the more memorable players of this time, the early 2020s. When we look back, maybe in 2030,
So
you're
what you about
gonna
to say?
remember Eli Jeffries, huh?
Hoop Central Hall of Fame.
Hoop Central Hall of Fame, Eli. I'm telling you right now, once I get the gear, bro, I'm a sponsor you, bro. Yo, I need you to be the athlete, the Hoop Central athlete, bro. I've been told him this. So you already know. It's getting dark over there, Seti. Let me speed through this. All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Eli, number 5. Bang, number 4. Me and Seti are twinning on the number 4.
yeah,
You
sir.
had Ryan. What's good, Jeremiah? And I also had Ryan at number 4.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
best, he's the best shooter. He is the best shooter in Central Mass. He can get you 10 points in a minute and a half
Can
or
I say
2 minutes.
so? Both the last two times we played Oakmont,
Uh-huh.
and then last year as well, like the season before this. So when they were juniors, um, Brandon goes down in both games.
Okay.
Ryan turns up to another galaxy where he's just shooting our face off. I think he probably anytime that his brother goes out versus us, and it was
Mm-hmm.
like three times, 3 or 2 times. I think he's averaged like 33 points a game. Like he's just the
30,
most
30 what?
like 33 points per game, like versus us. I think he
Yeah.
has the best games versus us when his brother goes out, because again, like he's the head of the Brendan's the head, and then Ryan quietly comes up and just finishes any job that his brother can't, and it's
Yes.
a
Yep.
dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. I got to find a player, NBA player comparison for Ryan, man. That dude can light it up. Just light it up.
A Brad Beal type.
Mm. And
Brad,
he get to the basket, throw up a little floater off the backboard too.
yep.
All right, my number 3, Azir
Big,
McLean. Now, initially, I would not have put him this high. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
but
Seti, I had to be real with myself, bro. How many of these kids are honestly better than him?
I'll say this: there's not many.
He's a stretch 4. He's strong down low. He's gonna finish down low. He's gonna bully you down low. He's gonna grab all the rebounds he wants, and then
He,
he could step out and shoot the 3, bro.
he's not a forward. I I have him running the one like opposite like guard wing slash type of player. That kid can handle the rock. And I've seen I haven't seen I seen him right. So like
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I'm with Master Lee. He hits me up and says I want to come play. I said of course, right? It's fucking Azir McLean,
Mm,
right? I'm gonna say yes. He comes out, he has a tournament, 30 and 25. First game he plays with me. I'm like,
mm.
God. I was like,
30 and
you
25. That's what
you
he
play.
does. It's crazy, bro. It is
He's
crazy.
he was like, yeah, I had a good season. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, cool. Next tournament, he doesn't play. We go to no, he plays, but it's like my season got messed up somewhere in between. We go out to Atlantic City. My boy, Azir was walked down, traying people's face off. Three ball, three ball, three ball, sidestep three ball. I was like, yo, this kid. That's why I placed him. I didn't want to. I didn't. again, I don't disagree him at 3. There's no argument of why he's not in everyone's top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to seem biased. That's the only reason, bro.
Oh
He
man.
he sidestepped somebody's face off. I was like, bro. I was like, yeah, this kid's nice. He's definitely nice. Um, I wish I wish I wish some things played out differently with with Azir, but I'm glad I got to coach him because it was just fun to watch. It was like, yeah, you're a different type of breed, kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strong,
To be able to
strong.
have that strength,
Yeah,
size, and the
I'll say
shooting
this:
ability.
Azir, all you got to do is shooting ability, which is I think underestimated on him. All you really got to do is keep working, and the biggest thing I would say is get your handle package up, a bigger
Yes,
back, and then once you do that, I think the sky's the limit with you, kid.
I agree. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Number 2, Ryan Brooks.
Ryan
So
Brooks,
why is Ryan Brooks number 2 and not number 1?
I
You
think
know,
because
I gotta be real. I think it's kind of easy to put Ryan at number 1 just based off of his intangibles, being 6'6", being able to dribble the ball, being able to shoot the ball, being able to finish inside, being able to block shots. He's an easy number 1 pick.
yeah,
He could be number 1 or number 2. But I will say this. I've seen Ryan play twice in person at Shepherd Hill, and I don't think I caught his 2 best games. So I have to be fair. Again, I said I'm going based off of performance and what I've seen with my eyes and not what I heard with my ears.
makes sense.
Now, if you talk to Bruce, he's probably number 1 on Bruce's list. I'm not 100% certain, but I would guess that he's number 1 on Bruce's list if you talk to Bruce.
Yeah,
Um, but he could be number 2 or number 1. I don't think I've watched him enough or seen his best games to put him number 1, but I still recognize the talent. Like I just posted a clip of him. He grabs a rebound, he comes down the court, he does a hesitation, one more dribble, pulls up mid range, it's all net. It looks like Kevin Durant.
yeah,
It looks like Kevin Durant.
he's
So
nice.
he's nice, but there's still that other little fella. And
Yeah.
and I will say I probably watched the little fella play more than I've watched any other person play.
Oh, you should hear what they say. You be glazed in Oakmont.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They
But
be
to
talking
be real,
trash.
this is like our modern day high school Allen Iverson, except he's not dunking on anybody.
Yeah.
But he's gritty like that. He's just
Oh, he
tough
be, he
player,
be
man.
he talking his trash, man.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he be chatting, he be nasty. I'm like, boy, he be. I'm like, I'm trying to suit up against you now. I'm giving him a little hard foul.
Yeah.
He be chatting, but the rightfully so. Like you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I think Azir just said he saw it. I think he saw mine and said, I'm not mad at that at all. So shout out to Azir. Azir is not mad at me. He probably mad at you though for that number
I,
8 or 9 you gave him.
honestly, I don't think he's mad. I honestly, like, obviously, players care, but honestly, at the end of the day, I think he knows.
Yeah,
Like,
it's our
yeah,
opinion. But yeah, my number
bro,
1, Brandon Hulecki. Sorry, I just want to get this out.
no, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
My number 1's Brandon Hulecki based off of what I've seen. And obviously he's a duo player with his brother, but I've got to see Brandon play alongside JJ Dada in AAU, and
Yep.
he plays really well with JJ Dada. I've gotten him to see him play with his brother Ryan, and he plays really well alongside his brother. It's like you could put him alongside any strong wing, and he's going to complement them perfectly.
The All Star game, people like just didn't know who Brandon was or something, and he was teeing up.
Was he?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't? Yeah. So I went there. Obviously, I was one of the coaches, and he was just teeing up, coming off the bench. I'm like, bro, y'all better recognize who that is. Yeah, I mean,
Mm,
that's lucky, bro.
yeah. And that's what we did. We put a lot of players that were unknown on the map, so they're known. And Wow, it's crazy. Me and you had the same 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 4 was the same. So, congrats, Brandon Hilecki. You're my number one Central Mass Player of the Year. You're also Coach Seti's number one Central Mass Player of the Year. I think you earned it. I think you play your heart out every time you step on the court. Um, Brian Richards says, "Do not poke Brandon. He will turn it up and make you regret it,
Yep.
like what Williams did to Butler."
Yep.
Yeah. So, congrats, Brandon, man. Shout out to you. And this was our stream, hour and a half. I know
Yep.
everyone wants to watch the game. Shout out to everyone that was watching. Shout out to Seti for coming through.
About to go watch that thing too.
Yeah, everyone's about to go watch the game. Um, that's Hoop Central and
Yes, sir.
Robinson Academy's number one player, Brandon Hulecki. Congratulations, man.
Yes, sir.
You want to say anything before we close out?
Yeah, I got two things. Brian Richard, he knows volleyball because Sayan's little brother is about to go, about to tee up in volleyball next year. I don't disagree with you there. Um, Again, Azir, you already know what respect I got for you. We've been through some grimy games, so don't take it to the heart. Anyone that's on the list or not even not on the list, um, dudes are hooping for real, for real.
Let me
Uh,
see. Ryan Brooks says he wants to see Bruce's list. Let me see if I could call Bruce. I don't know if he's busy or not, but if he answers, I'll get his permission to show it. If he doesn't answer, I probably won't show it. Go ahead,
how,
Seti.
how about this? Y'all put a let, if y'all put 30 more likes on the board, I'll drop his list. No permission.
Seti's about to leak the list. Get the likes up, man.
Uh, y'all get the likes up. I'll leak the list without Bruce's permission.
All right, so Bruce didn't answer. Let me check the likes really quickly though. I got to see how many likes we got. And
I I need it to 30, and then I'll drop it.
all right, so likes we are at 14. Okay, I needed 15, but you guys got us to 14. Liz Cedric Robinson says, "What about Farah Crespin?" Excuse me. I think that's a joke, but that's one of
Yeah,
your players, right?
yeah,
Oh,
for
for Rob, my bad.
yeah.
All right, Ryan. You know what, Bruce? I don't really feel like dropping Bruce's list
All right,
because
how about this?
he should have showed up. How about what, Seti? What you gonna say?
How about this? Y'all run up my. Let me get 10 more shares of the my top five, and
Oh
I'll
yeah,
leak
let
the.
me share that. Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
share
let me
that.
get top.
Ryan Brooks says it's all good. Appreciate you guys.
I'm about to drop his list. Give me 10 more likes, and then 10 more shares on my last post. I got y'all.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that came through, man. This was a cool little stream to do during the summer. Send me a message, or send us a message. Let us know where you guys are playing on the AAU circuit. I haven't gotten a chance to hit up the AAU circuit.
Master
So
League, my two biggest tournaments. I'm just gonna say this before because my phone's about to die.
mhm.
We're in Vegas, and
Wow.
then we're in Myrtle Beach. Uh, and also, if you're a kid, either not happy with the way things are going to AAU, Master League is always welcome you guys with open arms. We will be at a Central Mass, so for the kids that are more Western Mass and you want to come see what we're about, uh, I'll be I'll be glad to take y'all text messages and stuff like that. We don't have to travel all the way out east. I'm trying to get a team out in this area.
Mm. Yeah, next stream study. I definitely want to talk about the upcoming season. Who do you think is going to repeat? What it's looking like? And um, Brian Richards says need to get some hoops players playing volleyball.
Yes, sir. I'm trying. I am trying.
All
But
right, man.
thank you for having me. It's been real. It's been fun doing
Yep.
this little thing. I love the hate. I love the love. I love it all. Good night, guys.
All right. Peace out, Seti. Peace out, man. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know you guys want to go watch that Miami Heat game, even though I personally don't care about it. It's just cool to watch. But Yeah, I was gonna do like a commitment show, so I guess I'll come back and I'll do another show just to shout out everyone that committed to play college basketball, guys and girls. You can see it to my background, but I didn't really get to touch on this, so I'll come back maybe Saturday night and do a stream. If not Saturday night, I'll come back next week and do a stream. But I'm gonna shoot for Saturday night to actually do this stream, the college commitment show, and that 1K celebration, because we did hit 1,000 and now we're 10 away from 1,100. So share the channel, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, check out the YouTube shorts. I've been posting YouTube shorts every single day, the best plays that you'll see in this region for basketball. So you could just scroll through the YouTube shorts and see the best plays, whether it's from Ryan Brooks, whether it's from Brandon Halecki, whether it's from JJ Dada, whether it's from Jaden Johnson or whoever, Kayvon Mulready, all the best players in Central Mass. I got their plays. Eli Jeffries, they're all being posted on the YouTube shorts. I just made a TikTok. It's HoopCentral508. And then we're going to have some gear coming out. You see, I got the Nike. And, I need some Hoop Central athletes. Brandon, hit me up. Eli Jeffries, all my guys. You guys are the Hoop Central legends, man. So shout out to you guys. Even Ryan Brooks always in the chat. Hoop Central legend. I know Bruce loves Ryan Brooks. You know what, Ryan? You know what? I'm leaking your list, Bruce. Ryan, if you're still there, drop a comment, bro. I'm going to leak his list if you're still there. So if you guys want to see Bruce's list, you could put a 1 in the chat, something. Because I have his list. I didn't look at it. That's why I'm not saying who's number 1 on Bruce's list. But I have it. So let me take a look. Bruce. Who is your number 1? Okay. Whoa. Ho ho. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay, I just went through Bruce's list. And Bruce has a kid on here that's not on me or Seti's list. He has a number 1 that is different from my number 1 and Seti's number 1. Where did he put Brandon? Okay, he has a Brandon in the top 5, but he's not number 1. Okay. Okay, you got, okay. Wow. Man, I might not do this because Bruce didn't give me permission to leak it. If he wants to post his own or come back Saturday and share his, he can do that. I don't see Ryan in the chat. I was going to share it with Ryan, but I'll wait. So, I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Hoop Central podcast. I promise next time I come back, I'm going to try to come back with a new intro, new everything. But we out.
Over a bitch, still got plans to get my mama out the hood when I get rich. We just some young niggas who stay on parents for they gon' slip. Taking on my style, I'm alright, you got a house, nice. bitches. Still got plans to get my mama out the hood when I get rich. We just some young